We're back. Opponent is mulliganing. What can we do here? Hand doesn't seem too mean. Doesn't seem too great. For one drop and I have a true drop, but then we cannot cast anything that's going on here. Critical. I think this hand needs to be mulliganed, sadly. If I draw a blue source, the hand would be insane. What else can I draw? If I don't hit a land, Vial would be fine on one. Alright. Probably still keep that. I think I have to mull that. Sadly. Alright. Much worse. Keep. We want to hit 3 lands for sure. Don't know what my opponent is playing. So Kevin or Atavara goes. Maybe the island just goes. Never mind. Get my decision here. Opponent just casually. Oh, I should have tossed the Karen because of the flare of denial. Didn't know why I'd play the cavern now. First land, I don't know, a little bit out of focus right now. Let's see. Yeah, it gives him a reason to fetch for a basic now, and he doesn't recover. So this is Cynic Ritual then. Then the cavern is quite nice. Alright. So this is going to be the Kotal. Long time not played versus these draws, man, are unhinged. Alright, do we play the Otavara here? Sure. Two flares are really bad, especially without a second blue source. No, it's Neobrand. Funny. I thought the deck is completely dead. Okay, so I need to have this turn. Otherwise it's going to be a problem. Footing, mandrels. Alright. Powerful turn 3 play. Let's bring. It's very nice there, even though I cannot use the effect because I dropped the island there. Still already. Alright. Neo form with the mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed creature's mana value. I have to look that up actually. Because the mandrels is only 6, right? I thought the Allosaurus is 7. And I thought Grizzlebrand is 8, but maybe I'm wrong. No, Grizzlebrand is 8. So, 1 second please. A little bit out of the loop. Where is it? It's not even on the first page. What the hell? No, wait. here we go. Alright, so it's equal to 1 plus, so it's 7, right? It's not less, it's just exactly 7. What do they have for 7? The trucks are 7. Alright. So in that case, I'm gonna counter that. Sketches so insane. Alrighty. Let's try not to be too negative, since we got a very easy matchup first game of the league here, which is very nice. Is he dead if I flash in the Hexcatcher here? 4, 7. Is he not dead if I don't? It's only 8. Alright, so I'm going to flash it in. Oh wait, he's still in the main phase. My bad. Gotta step my stuff up here. Didn't matter. Ready? Alright. This is Neoform. Where's this Neoform? We need the forces for sure. Is Consign something that we need? It's not right. Alright, so a little bit light on interaction, because we don't run the cage anymore. I wonder if I should bring in the Consign just to have anything. What do the... As an additional cost, so I can't respond to that with Dismember. Chalice aren't doing anything. So it's only the Consign. The Consign can hit the Atraxa ETB, which honestly... Nah, it's never enough. Nah, it's just bad. Alright, I have nothing, sadly. Welp. So, Flare stays in. The Tidebender is nice. The Harbinger is kind of irrelevant, right? Alright. Run it like that, I guess. Maybe we can play this Viloon here. We need the vial. We probably don't need the vial for anything, so we can just play this Viloon to have a little bit, or to be able to mulligan a little bit harder, right? For our counter spells, we need either Hexcatcher, Flare or Force, right? So we cannot keep a slow hand, and if we are mulligan down to 5, we want something to get us back into the game. Alright. Mulligan decisions down to the last second as always, huh? Why am I not running cage again? Keep. Because I'm running, I know, because I'm running Flare mainboard with Mindspring this list. So there's no room for force in the main board, because I had the impression that 2 pitch spells is just too much. You can't really mulligan with that, because then you will never have enough creatures to finish the game. Tideshaper goes... Oh wait, should have played the Cavern here. It's fine if he wants to counter that with something. Don't even believe. Let me check. They are running in... Oh, Mystical Dispute, never mind. But they are going to dispute. One of the forces probably right. Alright, what I wanted to say is I had the feeling or the impression that 2 pitch spells is too much. You're running out of gas too quickly. So I'm down to 1. I played with a single force copy most of the time now. But that doesn't hit enough, so I'm back to Flare and to support the Flare. I'm running my Mindspring, yeah, there he is. The problem with Mindspring, however, I will say it after I pass. Okay, so the problem with Mindspring, however, is while it's alright 1-drop, right? Well, it's pretty alrighty. And what did he keep? Maybe he's fishing for a second counter spell before he drops. Alright, this is nice. Alright, this is, for example, alright, I'm going to explain it right now. So the Mindspring is nice in the opening hand, but if you top deck a turn 2, or turn 3, or turn 4, it's kind of a bummer, right? Because you're playing, your turn 2 play shouldn't consist of playing a 1-1. So this is the first problem. If you top deck it like turn 7, it's becoming alright again, right? Because then the game is probably in some kind of a stall, and you can really need the extra cards you can draw next turn. But even in that case, it's kind of telegraphed, right? So the opponent can always interact with it, because you will never get to flash it in, you will never have your vial on 1 at turn 7. I have Force and Flare, this should be plenty here. Alright, so it's nice on turn 1 and it's nice on turn 7. But it's horrible in the turns in the mid game, right? Because... why didn't he start with something else here? Just force that. Or flare it. Now force is always better, right? Alright, yeah, he cooked. Yeah, that was kind of unbeatable, sadly, for him. Well, don't understand why he probably doesn't make any difference here. Okay, sorry, let me return to the game here. What I wanted to say is you can't even really double spell with the Mindspring Merfolk because it's 1 blue, right? So you have to have at least 2 other blue sources to cast your Hexcatcher alongside it. Turn 3, for example, right? And turn 4 as well, if you're going to cast it alongside Harbinger, for example. And you can't cast it alongside Lords. Like, this was a rare occasion where I had triple blue, or instead of a Muta Vault, right, turn 3. So this is something else to consider. And just while I was talking about this, I realized that I should probably run... Nah, I will never run drone above Trickster. There's no reason. Oh well, this is another discussion. GG. Alright, back. We have a 1-lander. Alright, let's consider this, however. Opponent is keeping 7 here. 1-lander is really rough. We only have like a 60% chance of hitting a second one in 2 draw steps. Let me get to the... I always forget. Let's say, if I get 85% chance of hitting a second blue source, or a second land here, I'm going to do it. Because I have a 1-drop and another 1-drop, right, so I can't bridge the second turn. And I have a flare to interact somehow. And I think the risk is... Let's see. Having that interaction here is kind of nice, and I don't want to go down too many cards, of course, because of the flare. Alright, so we have 59 cards in our deck, and the sample size is 2. Success in population is, while is a possibility first hand, right? So it's 21, and I want to draw 1, right? So I have a 56% chance. Nah, turn 2 is a little bit late, right? No, wait. Turn 1, turn 2. Alright. For the first hand, it's 40%. Almost half, right? Alright, so if I consider the third turn, and I have 17 because Vile doesn't count in that spot anymore. 71 to hit it. Ay. 71 is not good, right? I will mulligan then. Should I mulligan those? I have no idea, man. 1, turn 3. Now I need to draw turn 3. Even if I count Vile turn 3, it's only 80%. Alright. What happens if I just rip it? Then the hand is honestly pretty nice. But I mean, we're not starting, so we have to have it at least turn 2. 56. 65. 2. Alright, we can allow 1 mulligan. Alright, we're going to keep that. And then the question has to be asked. We're not, are we? I was saying, I mean the hand is very, very nice for 7, right? But we are not dropping the Harbinger for sure. We're probably dropping one of the lands. Because we want to sacrifice one of the Mind Springs. And then turn 2 we can have another one. Or whatever we're drawing. If we're bottoming one of the Mind Springs, it's also possible, right? Maybe we don't have to counter something early. Again, turn 3. Turn 3 will be 65. Yeah, 70% to rip the third land. If we don't rip the third land, we will have top decked another 2-drop to play. So I believe... Yeah, the Mind Swing is only good with third land, however, right? I'm a little bit afraid. If the Mind Spring gets removed, we draw a land next turn, we have to pass, opponent can do whatever he wants on his third turn, and then we're playing the Harbinger without protection. Nah, this is just a losing play. Alright, so I think it's too risky. This should be good enough. Opponent casually waiting 5.5 minutes for my decision again. I am so sorry. Try to play a little bit better than normally. Flooded Strand. Is this just control? Funny. Alright. It's control, I can play the Mind Spring here. Let's see. So, come on, bro. Meticulous Archive and we're golden, huh? Wait, what? Am I playing two? Did somebody top 8 or won a challenge with Neobrand? Or maybe it's the Ritual this time around. Rainforest. Alright, what the hell? Maybe it's Rhinos? Alright, very curious. X-Catcher. X-Catcher means we are not playing... Wait, do we want to run into the Kotal? Kotal Subtlety could get me here, right? If he's playing Simic Ritual, right? So, then again... The Kotal will not have this touch, right? Alright. Is it Neobrand again? What the hell? Normally I'm not kidding. Like I am impressed. And I'm not kidding. Normally I play versus Affinity Energy Pros in any combination at least 3 times a league. And then maybe with including Brute Scale, right? So if I play 5 games in a league, there are either Brute Scale, Prowess, Affinity, or Energy in any combination. Like I could play 2 times versus Affinity and 1 time versus Brute Scale, or the other way around. Yeah. So I don't remember when I saw Neobrand the last time. It's like a month, right? It's crazy. And now 2 times in a row? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm going to flare that and then playing the Hex-Catcher end of turn. Actually insane. Wait, but it's never the same guy, right? Wild stuff. Mindspring or another Hex-Catcher here. I think Mindspring is better on turn 3. Paired with the Lord. Even though I would rather sack the Mindspring than a Hex-Catcher, of course. Alright. Maybe it would have been smarter to play the Lord of Atlantis because I got the Hex-Catcher anyway, right? And if he's playing something that I have to raise 2 Hex-Catchers for, then I would rather sack the Lord and keep up the second Hex sketch in hand. First thing, second thing, if I draw a Mutavault here, I will not be able to double spell Mind Spring into Lord. So probably a mistake to keep that out. I don't know, man. Don't like tapping out though. Probably will not make too much of a difference, but yeah, small differences are the reason why. So if I push 6 here, he's down to 10, and the next turn I have 6 plus 4, so playing the Lord here makes a lot of sense. Instead of the Mind Spring, because it's lethal on board if he doesn't do something about it, and playing the Mind Spring doesn't do that. Alright. GG's. Alright, so what did we do last time? I think we boarded out the Swiloon for the vial, bringing in this. Maybe we'll not be this lucky this time around, right? Where we just have the Force and the Flare into his third or fourth turn. Alright, consign this time. Let me, I don't know. I don't see a reason for it, right? I mean, it can hit the Galta, but he will never get Galta unless he has his Griselbrand in hand, right? So maybe it's actually fine for the Galta. It's probably fine for the trucks as well. Ah, okay, I talked myself into it to try one. I mean, I will no. Will I cut this Swiloon? Yeah, I want to try more. Interesting. Problem is if he's doing a turn 2 and getting the Griselbrand, it will not matter. Alright. And I don't know, he will get the Atraxa when he's low on life, or the Galta if he drew the Griselbrand, or has the Griselbrand in hand, right? Alright, let's try the consignment draw. Yeah, doesn't matter. Got 30 creatures, right? Don't have to think too much about it. Alright, changed my sideboard mid-league after a single game. Alright, remember to mulligan 4 Hex Catcher for his or Flare, castable Flare that is. I don't have it, so we have to mulligan, right? And this mulligan as well, which means he's probably not going down to 5. So maybe the Mind Spring here is fine. Mind Spring. Now we have to mulligan once. Keep. Yeah! What the hell? This hand looks like it has 8 cards in it. Because it's so stacked with different things to do. Alright, Island goes down. Play Tide Shipper turn 1. Keeping up Cavern. Yeah. minutes already. I'm sorry for that. Alright, keep that. Iron goes. Wait, am I lagging? Alright, here we go. Or maybe the Neobrand players are in here because everybody else is playing the challenge. Every modern player is playing the challenge and you're joining the challenge if you're playing Affinity. Alright, maybe that's the reason. Funny. Snow covered island. Go ahead. Alright. Merfolk. Cast the Tide Shaper here. Alright, there is green. Oh, I can also consign the... If he's pacting something and I consign the Trickster, he will not get his consign from the graveyard or something. So he cannot stifle it. There it is. Funny. Man, Flare top deck. Really shining on... shining. You got a... Venus does not. Alright. Good Flare top deck, huh? Exiled Wild of Summer. Alright. Damn. That was a close one, huh? Our Hexcatcher into Island, attack and then Harbinger. And then he will not be able to cast his green spells anymore for the rest of the game. Consign. Island first, come out. I'm sorry for the noise coming from outside. Bro, I'm waiting for you. Hello, hello. Are you going to let me wait here for the rest of the 16.5 minutes you got? Alright, I will take the opportunity to talk a little bit about the deck. Alright, so, never mind. I'm not talking about the deck, I can attack. You Here we go. Harbinger on the board. Yup, GG. See you next. Alright, we're back. Starting here. Single land. Sadly a mulligan. Multiple lands. Keep, and the Harbinger goes. And can also toss the muter here. Nah. Harbinger. We have protection with the flare. Island first, second turn island as well. So the hand is concealed, flash and Hexcatcher end of turn and then drop the Harbinger. Maybe we get a clean lock here. It's pros. Oh, so the Affinity, so that's Affinity, right? So the Affinity players are not all playing the challenge, right? So I thought maybe I'm just facing Neobrand and land destruction for the rest of the yeah, I wish I could counter that, but I can't, huh? For the rest of the league. Did he mulligan that? Is he just popping off like that? He is just... Wait, he needs to tap it. No, he cannot tap it. Maybe it doesn't matter. Alright, no copper. He just mulliganed to 6 without a... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could cast copper here, right? So he doesn't have it? Sure. The opal is annoying though. He just did it for the extra drone token. Well. Master of the Pearl Trident. Hand not concealed anymore. Alright, so the flare goes into the copper. And then I'm probably winning this, right? Yup, Saga is very nice. Oh wait, I'm probably not winning. Ah, whatever, let's see. Explosives cannot be hex catched here. So... not explosives. This is what I mean, right? Right, this makes it a little bit more difficult. Otawara is nice, it can bounce the enchantment. Can he improvise anything here? Can he flash something in? No, he cannot, right? Oh wait, bouncing, it doesn't make any sense. Because he got the red mana anyway. So I wonder what we're going to bounce. At least the second lord is protecting the Harbinger. Flare. Okay, we have to do some combat math. Next turn. Yeah, this can enter. Oh. Yeah, I mean 1 mana, 3 damage is not the thing that's making, or is the problem. Like this is not what makes the deck powerful, right? 2-drop would be nice. Yeah, baby. Excellent. Excellent. Triple Island Walk, baby. You will never raise that, right? Needs explosives or something. Not even copper gets him out of this. I should never say never, right? Maybe he has like explosives into What is the counter spell called? Rebuke. Alright. Opponent's still having 3 cards. This is so crazy, man. I don't understand how this is working. I mean, I do understand how this is working, but he's playing multiple cards a turn, right? And look at this. Look at the permanent count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and still a card in hand. Like, can't I just block that? Isn't he just dead? If I block, whatever. Hit me for 6, I guess. I mean, could have blocked, right? But why block if I can just swing for lethal? Hiya! Hey! Forgot that they're running Stupor. Second time, I think I get surprised, or the third time. Alright. So on the draw, a lot harder now. So we're going to keep Flare. The list I'm trying now, I mean I played this like a couple of times already, half a month ago, right? But we will never cut Flare. Wait, are we never going to cut Flare? Ugh, I don't know. I had a reason for it. Maybe versus energy or something. But maybe. I mean, drawing multiple flares is just bad. Alright, let's see what we can bring in. Maybe we should do it like that. So, I believe Force is pretty nice, and Chalice is also pretty nice, and I mean, Consign can hit Claws, I guess, can hit an Opal, more on the draw though. Yeah. Flare is fine if I'm running 8 3-drops. Okay, so the Harbinger, I'm always concerned about the Harbinger. I mean, it doesn't really cut the red mana, but it stops Saga from going to 3, which is a pretty huge deal, because then they will get their Shadow Spear wrecking me. Like, Shadow Spear is actually the most difficult card to deal with. But I also want to play Sviloon. Maybe I do not want to play Vial, even though it's super fast. I don't know, man. Alright, one of the 2 drops is going. The Trickster can't hit anything. And now I can maybe drop Vial for the Sviloon. And one of the Harbingers. Tidebanger is kind of MVP. Alright, let's drop Vial. It's just so slow. And Sviloon can... Oh, this is just such a high mana cost now though. Well, whatever. Try it like that, I guess. I wonder how good the... yeah, sadly not keepable. I will not draw the source that I need, even though I got the Chalice Mulligan. With a blue source and a 1-drop, that would be fine. But not like that. Alright, keep. And the master gets bottom tier, right? Master goes down, or the Cavern goes down. Kind of a difficult decision. If I put down the Master, I don't draw land, I don't have anything to force away. Alright, so Master stays as Force Father here. And if I draw a land, I can get back into the game with the Sviluun. Let's see. Well, this stops the Chalice plan, sadly. Completely. I think I have to force that. Just because of the Chalice. And it can be a preparation for the... No, let's explain that a little bit more. So the explosives can be a preparation for the next turn's ammunitions. And it stops my Chalice from working. So I believe I have to force that. And if it doesn't prepare for the explosives, then it could prepare for an Opal turn right now, right? He's going to drop like an Opal and then an Emery or something. And I don't want that as well. So now our hate piece is live, even though we are completely naked. But the Sviluun. Alright, so if that would be a vial, I would be completely fucked right now, right? Sorry for the language. Right. Alright. Nice. We got him. Alright. Otawara first. Or Cavern. That probably doesn't really matter. Merfolk. And the next turn is going to be Sviluun first. I mean, it depends a little bit on what we're drawing. But if we draw a land, then it's going to be Sviluun first. Oh, we found something. Oh. Alright, I think there's nothing he can do against the resolved Sviluun, since he didn't draw a Saga. I mean, he has Galvanic Blast and counter spells. Counter spells will still get stopped by the Harbinger. And if I play the Harbinger now and he's got a counter spell in hand, he can... Oh. Oh. This is a good one. Let me think for a second here. Nah, whatever. Sacrifice whatever you want. If he attack, he sacks, he can block, and the Sviluun is down. I don't want that. But then the sack outlet is gone, so let's see. Too afraid. Harbinger. Harbinger is Ward, right? So he needs to have another land to make any progress here. Emery is powerful. Let's see what he got. Nothing. Oh, the Kappa. I'm dropping the second Harbinger here. Main phase, I believe. So he has to use the token now. No, wait, he doesn't have to use it. No. Oh! Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, the Cavern got baited a little bit by that. Do we flare something? We don't. Nope. Alright, still attacking here, of course. Ah, now he's doing it. Makes sense. But then he's losing his sack outlet. Yep. Alright, through Chalice and Harbinger, it's going to be really, really rough, right? Because Saga doesn't... Oh wait, he can just get it back. Oh, I didn't think about that for a single second. Oh, this is unlucky. Whoops. Ah no, I'm so stupid. Well, I didn't see that at all. And I deserve to lose because of it. Alright. Alright. Tide Shaper. Alright. Alright, he can... What can you do? I don't know. God. I didn't think for a second about the Emery getting the Ravager back. My bad. Alright, let's see. Do we want to have the flare up? He can sacrifice the Ravager to itself, I believe. Alright, let's play a Tide Shaper. Just like that, and then we have the Force and Flare for any shenanigans, right? Can flash in the Hex Catcher. Should have... I'm a little bit annoyed because I didn't think about... Didn't think too much about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so still no Kappa in this spot. Explosives is exiled. Probably casting the Hex Catcher here, so it doesn't die. I just effing funny. Well, GG. Alright, super, like, terrible play with this first Sviloon attack, right? Actually, with the second one. I don't know why he's conceding here, right? He can still sacrifice the Ravager to itself, get it back with Emery, sacrifice the other token here, right, in the same turn. So... not really a losing position. Or am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something. So maybe I should have countered the Emery there if I have seen... No, I should have countered the Emery. What was on the board? I don't know. I have to check the replay. But I believe... I mean, it was terrible play. Luckily it still worked out. Alright, GG. Alright, we're back. Starting the league. Starting the match here. Alright, no interaction whatsoever. Oi. Is it a keep? I have a 1-drop. For 2-drop. Can be super losing here, right? Just going to keep it though. Just because of, like, the curve and the vial, and I got the island here. That's never. I don't know, man. I was going to say never keep on the draw, but on the draw I have more draws to get the second source. Still no, it's not right. Chances are too low. If I don't hit the second source, I'm just dead. Alright, nothing for now. Let's just rip a land here, so he doesn't have to think about. Nice. Yeah, okay, this is a perfect top deck. Trickster is unlocked. Opponent, do you want to sacrifice your Delta here for a swamp? Chopper King 8. He didn't. Okay, so probably looking for a land, I guess, an island. Now he can fetch for a swamp, then he can bring in the frog. Yeah, good. Alrighty. End step is going to be Mindspring Merfolk and Trickster, so we can attack. Yep. Next turn, this goes up for sure. Hexcatcher is an excellent draw. Alright, do we want to keep the Mindspring Merfolk back here for 1 counter, 3 counters, or do we want to do it next turn along the side? No, we're not. Combat. Yeah. Having Hexcatcher and Trickster up is a lot more valuable right now, and next turn we can go for it. Put like 5 counters for 2 mana. And then I don't think there's any real coming back. Alright, I was thinking about Trickster upkeep so he doesn't get more information about it. Okay, so it's Grixis Reanimator, Thought Sky, yeah, sure. I saw Grixis with Atraxa, so it was Grixis Vengeance. So maybe he's running the same list here. Do they run Spell Snare? Probably, right? Alright, let him attack here for sure. And then we can get in the Trickster to stop the card draw. How do we drop the Trickster? With the Vial. I believe it's funny, man. It's a little bit safer with whatever he's doing, so he has to discard it now. Right? If he wants to go for an Unearth. For Unearth shenanigans, and he needs to discard 2 cards into it, so I cannot flash in the Hexcatcher and block. Wait, maybe I don't want to do that actually because of, I mean, it would be nice. Would be nice to get him, of course, but we don't want to get fatal pushed here. Alright, can this be Vengeance? Is Vengeance a problem here? Nah, not. Without White, I don't see the reason not to do the Hexcatcher in this spot, right? Oh, he cannot discard something with the frog anyway. Alrighty. We want to save that. We will not, surely. This can be right. Alright, let's think about a Lord top deck here. We want to play the Trickster. And we want to put some counters. So this stays on 2. Don't see a reason to Harbinger here. Alright. Slot lethal. It's 8. It's next lethal next turn. Keep up the Mindspring for some additional counter shenanigans. Nah. Or? Nah. Let's go. With a 3rd land maybe? Nah, I'm not sure. Should just be lethal next turn anyway, right? Thoughts go. Thoughtseize, fatal push. No, fatal push he just cast. Fetch. So this is a normal looking list. Declare attackers. Alright, Frog goes. Nope, Frog doesn't go. End step here. Do we have enough damage? If we just play both. These running spells now, right? Alright, let's just go Trickster. From the island here. So it can be countered. And then just run out the Lord of Atlantis. Another push makes sense. Fetch. Maybe another push even. Alright. He got minions, so this can go up then. Mutal Vault. Right. Combat for 6. Not out of the woodwork here. Woodwork, bedwork, bedwork. Alright. No red for you, drop Mutal Vault in case this is dying, so we can attack with the Mutal next turn. I'm naked, but this was good. Right, he needs to deal with Bones into Archon would be crazy. I think there's a game I lost like that. Nope. X-Catcher, sure. Can't really attack, I believe. Has 3 blockers. Stays. Okay, so if I go to full swing, he double blocks, goes down to 2. Oi. Not enough, actually. The Bone Man. I'll trade 2 for 2. He has 2 creatures on board. And I have 2 creatures on board. 3 creatures. Oh wait, this could be enough, right? But why not just overload him next turn? I wonder how I'm going to win here. I need another lord. He didn't draw anything. It's too important. Mindspring is crazy. Can actually draw cards now, right? Funny. End step. Probably going to shoot my shot. Let's see where we top deck here. Stupor. This is a good enough shot for me. Combat. Can bounce the Emperor and if he's going to adapt. He didn't draw something for a lot. He has nothing. Crazy. Well. Okay. How to board? Alright, log in. So what do we not want? The Chalice. The Dismember is nice for the Frog and for the Emperor and maybe the... how's it called? The Oculus, right? So Dismember comes in. Consign to memory. Can hit Emperor. Can hit a set of Kin-headed Frog. But all of his spells are... all of his spells, reanimation spells, are sorcery speed, so force is better than flare, and I believe I do not want to play more than 4 copies of a pitch spell unless I'm up against a combo deck or I'm cutting Vial. Which I can potentially do because it's a Thoughtseize stack, right? So we are looking for 10 cards. This is 10. And then normally I would cut Harbinger. Trickster. Trickster is alright. Then I'm going to cut Hexcatcher. Trickster is alright actually, because it can still hit something late into the game. And normally I would just run it like that. But I believe because it's a Thoughtseize deck and I'm running double pitch spells, I want to cut Vial. Get in Sviluun. Cut the last Vial. Get in a Hexcatcher, I guess. Single one. Yeah, should be fine like that, huh? Alright, so this would be a Vial, a double Vial hand. Which probably keep, but this is a mulligan then. Don't know. Oops, another Vial-less hand. Okay, so maybe I got screwed here, huh? I'd keep, so if I'm going to the Thoughtseize chair, I'm kind of sad. Island goes Cavern for the Dispute, can go and then sink into Stupor. I can stay, I mean... Alright, let's not get Thoughtseize here, shall we? Yes. Okay. A little bit difficult with the Dismember here. And the Stupor adds a lot of damage. Discarding the Mystical Dispute makes a lot of sense. Regarding this hand. He's not dropping Frog. Okay, he's dropping Frog. He's dropping Emperor of Bones. Alright, so... the Emperor I don't really care about. So I will not play the untapped Stupor here. Oh no, for sure. Alright, maybe he's going to loot me and then Emperor or whatever. Let's see. Fetch shock for the Rakdos land. Watch me predicting. Nope, no prediction. I should just kill it now. I mean, what else can he have? Oculus next turn. Then he can get back the Oculus. Alright. This is running into Mystical Dispute. Alright. Nah. Another Emperor. Alright. This is nice. I want to drop this Viloon here, but it's just dying to Fatal Push. Exiling that instead of the other Emperor. Probably should adapt that, right? Nope. It's a lot of pressure now, if he's just adapting it. He doesn't seem to mind. So now a Fatal Push, probably. Alright. It's done. Otawara. Not going to play that, of course. Right, hitting him for one. You mean I don't have a real play? So I'm going to use this Viloon here, just hoping that the one Fatal Push was all he got. It's kind of likely he got a second one, right? Because he's not doing anything. Blue. Blue. Is this Star Charts? It's just a cycled Unearth. Okay. And this is gonna be it. Yup. Yeah, adapting that now is really powerful. It's an extra draw and 7 damage. Yup, yup. My poor stuff. I'll probably take another one. I don't know. A little bit difficult to do something here, right? Just thinking about a dropped Oculus next turn. Alright, or another Bowmaster, another Frog, and I'm dead to practically anything. Can't get that back, so it's only 4. Yeah. Can't block that, and you can just pump 2 things into it. Flare is a little bit late. Another one. Oh wait, just the persist on the Archon here. Can I do anything against that? Not really, right? I can counter it. But then the frog will just fly through me. I mean, I can bounce the frog and then I can block the Emperor and flare the Master, and then I'm dead next turn. Don't see how I have anything in my deck saving me there. Maybe another Stupor. Alright, so I don't really want to show the flare though, right? Alright, just concede. Nah, I can never win. Even if I draw a Stupor, you can just play it like next turn and adapt something. Okay. So Flare Go comes back in now. Etherwell comes back in. Flare's a lot better here. Dismember stays. One more forest. Like Swiloon, but Swiloon goes. 26 creatures. Hexcatcher comes in. Yeah, run it like that. Basically mainboard it. What did I cut? The Harbinger. Chalice Force, Swiloon. Yup, sounds great. Let's run it. Second push there was a little bit annoying. But I believe he had to do something. And he already showed the first push. Alright, let's get it. Anything else but the force here? Now we need force. We want flare. Hand is completely dead. Sad. Keep, I guess. Right, we want to bottom the Trickster here. The Trickster's a dead card, and if we draw a land we can double attack with double Mutavolt. Right, so I guess I'm going to dump the Trickster. Yeah, so I needed an island for that. Mutavolt first. Season 7. 6 if he drops the frog. This should be looting, right? If he's, or maybe not. Maybe. Ah, it's looting. Yup. No force for that, sadly. Let's see what he got. Arcan and another looting. So he got a land. Next turn. Force now. Don't really want to drop a Hex Catcher here. This could be Persist. Let's see, just an Emperor is so probably the best for me here. I need to kill it before it untaps next turn, right? He's not, and he's smart. Guy is too smart. X-3 comes in next turn. Alright. Master is a dead card here. I mean, can be forced, right? Attack with the Mutavolt. Doesn't make any sense. Just play the Mutavolt here. Okay, we have to think about what we want to do here. We want to play the Hex Catcher. And we want to kill the Emperor of Bones. Now the question is, do we want to kill the Emperor of Bones when he's going to exile it? Because the problem is, if I let him untap and he's exiling the Archon, I will have slight problems with attacking. Because he will have a 4/4 at any time. Or 2/2 at any time. So in that case I can just run with the Hex Catcher here. And then I have the Force as a backup plan. Alright, pushed one more damage. Probably alright. Islands can be a little bit annoying for dispute. No persist. Pyroclasm. Alright, fuck me. Excuse me. Alright, now I'm dead to another black land. Let's see. Alright, this can double attack, I guess. Hit him for 12. Alright, so one Arcane here is actually not that terrible, I believe. Let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But the plan worked perfectly, right? Not bottoming the Trickster here. Allowed us to attack for a lot of damage. But... Alright. Like, what was the other thing to bottom? The Muta Ward, right? So yeah, that was for sure the right thing to do. Because now is it exactly what I hoped that would happen happened, right? Target player Mystical. Yeah, this will not be enough, right? If he's at 2, I can counter anything. So what I expected to happen was, or not what I expected, what could have happened here was to top deck another land, and then we can swing with both Muta Walls for tons of damage with the Hex Catches, and yeah, nice. Very nice. I'm a little bit proud of myself here. GG. Alright, we're back. Going first with a hand that has not a single Merfolk. And I can't even cast the Flare. Unlucky. Still a keep? I don't know. I don't think so. Alright. Much better. Flare stays. Trickster. I want to keep all of it. I really want to keep all of it. I can't decide, right? The Ether Wild is obviously keep. The Island is obviously keep. The Flares obviously keep. Tide Shapers obviously keep. One of these 3 needs to go. I mean, the Muta Vault doesn't I mean, I like the Muta Vault. It's not like I don't, right? But it doesn't really help me cast anything. But then again, I will need a lot of time to deploy everything. If I hit another 2-drop, I will not be able to... Let's say I hit another 2-drop. I go into my second turn, I have to pass. He's doing this, I'm going into my... Now I can play my first 2-drop. I'm hitting a 3-drop and a 2-drop there. Now I can play my first 2-drop, I'm going to pass, and then I have like a Tide Shaper, 2-drop, 2-drop. Maybe the Muta Vault is actually the thing to get out of here. If I bottom the Trickster, like this is the worst case, right? If I bottom the Trickster, Ether Vial, and I draw a land. Nah, I'm going to bottom the Trickster. The Muta Vault can attack, it's almost like a creature. The Master is strong with the Muta Vault and the Tide Shaper. And yeah, that's basically my reason. Alright, Muta Vault first. Because maybe I want to attack next turn. Good thing I didn't drop the Muta Vault here. What the hell? This is basically war crime against me. Oh, it's control. Do I play the Tide Shaper here? Alright. I was thinking about stun scolding or something. Smirktide. Crazy man. What a free league. Tricks is excellent, because I can play it in the end step and keep up the flare. Bowmaster. Ping. Kills it. I hate Bowmaster. Need the pressure. Going to flare that. Is there anything more important than flaring that? No, it's not. Right, this is like the worst card. Get countered, I guess. A. Tommy is fine. Crazy draw. Doesn't have. Don't want to run into counter spell in his turn, right? So I'm going to tap it here, and then I will just play the vial. No reason to keep that back. Right, so this can still play around counter spells. So this is Tamiyo, so he top decked the Tamiyo and he top decked the Thoughtseize. And the Bowmaster was in his hand. Draw land now. Alright, sure, go ahead, hit me. Doesn't matter too much. I'll get in for 6 here, I believe. Oh, Frog is super strong. Nice. Alright, now I need a Lord or something. Do I play the Lord here? Running into Scolding. Nah, Svenea, I mean. Gotta do it. Can't wait. If I have a top deck luck like that, I have to do it, right? Alright, a single Tamiyo, and not blocking of course. Tamiyo trigger will just flip her. If he's going to fetch the clue token here, which is probably pretty strong. Maybe he wants the, drown in the Lord. This is something he drew. Can I do anything against that? No, right? It's just how much I got in the grave. So this didn't flip and he drew the lock. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, this is some kind of luck, huh? Attack for 6, he will block it 1, so I'm not going to attack for 6. I will just attack for 2, stop his black mana, so no more drown. Can draw a lot of cards with the Frog, can take up the Tamiyo. Have to keep the vial on 2, So I can deploy lords if I draw them. Alright. No bowman, no fatal. No counter spells. The frog is a little bit annoying. Tamio is a little bit annoying. But you can't attack and flip Tamio at the same time because I'm just too close to winning the game here. I need to get something to eat. My stomach is making weird sounds. Okay. Bro, what are you doing? Come, just attack me, draw your card, flip Tamio, minus her, or plus her. I attack for 3, you keep frog back, you plus her, then you draw your deck. It will be alright. Wait, what? Just double sack clue? That makes sense actually. Can just draw it with that, right? Wait, not. Wait, what? Maybe he has a subtlety in hand. Alright, this is a possible. I mean, I'm sorry, bro. This is the sickest draw I've had in like a week, and the sickest matchups I had like in a week. Yeah, sorry, man. Tschüss. Alright. What to play here? So either wireless gimme Harbinger can be fine, as we have seen. But I don't want my Caverns to get shut off, so Harbinger goes out. Then Swiloon. Oh wait, let's be a little bit. Harbinger stays. No, Harbinger goes out because I need to bring in something. So bringing in the Dismember. All right. Do I have anything else? Do I want one consign? One consign is not too shabby, huh? If he can stifle one thing for free sometimes, maybe. And then the Tideburner is pretty nice. The Hexcatcher is kind of bad because of the Bowmaster. So Hexcatcher goes out and Swiloon comes in. And then we can bring in one more consign. Can even cut one more card here. Swiloon is also kind of slow sometimes. Oh, Mindspring is difficult. Mindspring is very difficult actually, because of Bowmaster. Oh, I don't want a Mindspring. Oh, the Mindspring is... The Mindspring is a trap, I think. Probably rather have a Hexcatcher than Mindspring Merfolk, huh? Because I will just lose if I ever activate that, right? Hexcatcher can at least get flashed in. And then cut one Hexcatcher, bring in one more consign. Yeah, like that I think is fine. The Hexcatcher can at least be a little bit tricky. The Mindspring River can never be that. Don't have too much pitch spells. The consign can get a Bowmaster trigger as well. So I think I'm happy with this. And then on the draw on the play we're going to play a little bit differently. Alright, I'm going to keep that just because I have a curve and can cast everything. Swamp. Alright. God. Thought sees me, bro. It's fine. Maybe there was a reason not to cut the vial. I had to cut the vial, but I think the counter spells are more annoying. I think he needs to get the Tidebinder here. Alright, what? Okay. Just Island. Tide Shaper. Got a hidden counter spell, is pretty nice. So he needs to fetch for an island. So the Tide Shaper will just be 2/2. Frog. Okay, I cannot beat Frog. Right? If I don't deal with it. It's a little bit annoying, but what I'm going to do, huh? Ether Vial. We get that. And then the Stupor enters tapped. And he knows about my hand. Didn't keep the Hexcatcher here because he knows my hand anyway. Wait, what? Can he counter that? With a Stern Scolding? He's just doing it now? Maybe he had second questioned himself there. No response. Yep. Mutavault is nice. Alright, pass the turn. Because Atavara is now basically a spell. Do we want to get the Tidebinder in here? Probably not. Lord is nice. Attack, nah. Just keep up everything. If he's going to fetch, he has a counter spell. Counter me, baby. Sure. I mean, the counter spell will get pulled anyway. Thrown in the lock. Alright. So it doesn't really matter too much. It will get pulled because I don't have a cavern. And I cannot cast Hexcatcher or get Hexcatcher and Lord into play while tick both into play and then tick up the vial. It's a little bit slow. Washitong. Subtlety. Oh, a Quantum Riddler. Powerful. Sure, draw your card. Single card is fun. He's tapped out though. Alright. Tappy. Next turn. Stays on 2. No reason to Tide Shaper. Already nice. Maybe just full swing here. Sure. Let's just go all in. Alright. GG. And this was a free league, man. If I've ever seen one. Tschüss. Feel a little bit bad about that. Oh well. What you gonna do? Almost clean. GG's.